Hello, friend. Okay, I feel like it has been a minute since I've been in here, and I'm just like shuffling through my notes here because this is something that I see popping up quite a bit. And I think a lot of times we want to ask these people, right? Let's just say like these super successful people, we want to be like, what is that one thing that you did that got you there? And the question that we really need to be asking is, who did you have to become to get there? Because we have a lot of identities, beliefs, stories, and all of that we are hanging on to. And so it's like, what do we need to let go of? And I, for those of you who know, I have been doing my breathwork certification, my breathwork facilitator certification program for the last, oh my gosh, almost 6 months. It's a 6-month program. I've been deep in practicum. I have breathed over 55 people, and I'm seeing a common theme. And so I center my breathwork practice around letting go of those things that are no longer serving you and really tapping into that next version of you, really tapping into that highest version of you. I really like to incorporate a lot of visualization with my breathwork because here's what I've been hearing from a lot of people. They're struggling, right? And then I'll hear them talking about, let's just talk about money. I think money's a big one. And I think money is like this taboo subject that a lot of people hate talking about. And I'll hear some that are like, oh, we got this bonus and then this bill came in. Well, that's just how it goes. And I want to ask you, if you had the abundance that you desired to have, you were living the life that you desired to live, how would you approach that topic mentally? How would you think about money? How would you have a relationship with money? How would you feel about money? What would be different? And what about where you're at now? Because the thoughts and stories and beliefs and person that we are got us to where we are, right? So probably those same beliefs and thoughts and habits and patterns can't get us to where we're going. And so when you just keep telling yourself the story, well, that's just how it goes. How is that serving you? This is like the tough love little side here is, how is that serving you? It's probably not, because that's not just how it goes. That doesn't have to be just how it goes. And so I think a lot of times we have to hit this point where we just draw that line in the sand and we're like, I am done with this struggle. I am done winging life. That's kind of the point I hit after my dad passed away, is I'm done financially just winging it and not paying as much attention, especially in our personal finances. And so we've taken different action. We're now utilizing a finance guy to come in and help us. His services cost very little, and now he can help guide us on a path where we can start where, like, yeah, we don't have thousands of dollars to invest every single month yet, but it's like, where can we start? Can we start with $30 a month? Can we start with $50 a month and start to build that future? But who did I have to become to step into doing that? And that had to be a higher level thinker of, how can I make the dream life that I desire to have a reality? And I want that to look like passive income through investments. I want that to look like a 6-figure monthly income, even a 5-figure monthly income, right? Through breath work. I feel like breath work has been my purpose that I have now discovered, and I just feel like I was made to do it. And so who did I have to become and what did I have to let go of? I had to let go of a lot of fear of judgment. I grew up always worried about what other people thought. I had to let go of old habits that weren't serving me. Web surfing, trying to find the best deal online. I've talked about that a little bit, right? I've had to let go of scrolling to numb out or avoid my emotions, because then I would find that scrolling, then you'd see, right? Scrolling Instagram, people's highlight reel. Then I would be like, gosh, how did she get there? And why am I not there? What's wrong with me? And then I would start to ask really bad questions. So then I had to let go of that piece of me. I had to start asking myself more empowering questions. So if you really want to take yourself into that energy of empowerment and abundance, you have to first become aware of where you're holding yourself back? What limiting stories and beliefs and habits and patterns are you holding on to so that then you can shift? You've got to become aware so that you can then make a shift. And I also want you to know, this is another big one with the breathers that I've had, is a lot of them have come into this realization. You get to mourn the loss of that old identity. You get to mourn the loss of that habit, of that pattern, because that is somebody that you were in that time, but now you're aware and you get to change it. You also get to mourn that loss. Like you're losing a little piece of you, right? And so becoming aware, releasing that old part of you, and then deciding who you need to become. How does that next best version of you think? What action does she take each day in her business? Does she show up in spite of fear, or does she continue to play small and just hide and not show up on stories or in the community or wherever you desire to show up that feels good to you? Probably not. She's probably gone all in on her business, and she's showing up and she's put her whole heart into it. And if it doesn't work after going all in after 36 months, as Chris Harder says, take it behind the barn and shoot it. But did you give yourself the opportunity to go all in and see what you can truly create? So it's time to empower yourself today and just think about what you need to let go of as you step into that next version of you, and who do you need to become?